to the first Jøssycast. I'm Jossie. Tonight we've got with us Trig.
Evening, guys.
JK.
Hi, everyone.
Swan.
Hello.
Zoff.
Hey.
And we've got a few THM and profs who join us shortly. How are we all doing, gents?
Doing good. Well.
Yeah, doing all right.
It's so long since our last game week. I can barely remember what happened.
No, we know that isn't true.
Yeah, everybody.
Last game week was Aguero v Aguero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last game week was carnage. It was horrible. And this is the worst. Like, when you've got a game week that goes really badly, you want to make a transfer or just get the next game week started and just put it.
Yeah, when you've had the 2-week break,
stewing on your red arrow. I've had a nice little progression in recent weeks, and I'd floated around 70k recently. I hadn't really pressed. Just dropped 225 or something last week. Fuming.
Yeah, I mean, I patiently over the week I got myself into the top 10k, and then this week I've just won down to about 35k in 1 week from 7k. It's like, you know,
it does show.
It's very close. The point spread is very close.
So he's off.
The point spread is very close in that whole region. You can fly. Plus 10 points will get you like 20,000, 20k up or down.
Yeah. The challenge we've got at the moment is finding differentials, because I think most people are going to captain Salah now. So you might not get a captain differential unless you're brave enough to say, actually, I'm going to throw it on Kane. But if you decide to do that, you could get murdered by not picking Salah. So, I don't know. Particularly, I'm 31. There's going to be very little differentials. I'm hoping that a good chunk of the population isn't well set up for it, and we get at least a small bump. I mean, I don't think there's enough players there to get a big bump.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't realise, really, because you've got obviously this very small bubble of us guys, the larger bubble of
FFS.
Yeah. And then obviously you've got everybody else who I dare say there's a few thousand people above me, certainly, who will have like 3 or 4 players playing in the blank just because they won't even know that there's a blank.
Yeah. That's it. I'm looking forward to. I just hope a few people play the free hit.
Yeah, free hit or the wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah.
It's going to be madness playing your wild card, but people will. They'll go, well, that's what this is there for. You've got this for these moments.
Yeah, they'll open up their team on the Friday morning of 31 and think, shit, I've got 3 players, and quick lay down the wild card.
Yeah. Is there anyone else? I mean, how many of us here have still got the triple captain?
Me.
Yeah, I think Zoth does, yeah.
Those of us who don't, are we all cringing at the potential that someone's going to get Harry Kane with like 5 goals in a game week or something?
The Kane thing is pretty good. Even otherwise, it's like, what, 15, 20 points? It's not that much.
No.
The thing is, if you captain the guy who's going to be, if you captain the same guy who's going to be the most triple captain, the loss is going to be relatively minimal.
Yeah, it'll be.
The loss is literally the same difference as captaining versus not owning.
Yeah.
Or owning, it's the same thing.
Interestingly, I mean, there's been weeks. I mean, last week there were people there with Aguero captains, and for some of them, it's about all the points they got, and you've outscored them because you've got a stronger team. Captain would start for 10, but you need the rest of the players to pick up.
The fear is if there's multiple options that week, like, you know, if Kuhn Salah and Kane all have great fixtures, say 37, and you know they're all going to play, and you pick the wrong one to captain.
Yeah, I mean, Salah isn't going to double game week, so that straight away takes one option away.
What you got to hope for if you don't have it is using it in 37 is that, you know, City League is done and dusted. You know, Spurs, Liverpool maybe preparing for Champions League semis. You know, so that there's rotation in one of those two games.
Yep.
Right. Hey, JK, let's jump to the agenda then.
Yeah. So the first thing on the back I sort of drafted off the top of my head was a simple, if you were looking for a blank game week defender and assume you already had a Liverpool guy, do you go for West Brom or Bournemouth? Because I don't really think that the other guys are worth considering, Huddersfield, Palace or Watford. I don't think any of those defences are worth considering.
No. Well, I suppose the first question for me is this a purchase that you want to make in game week 31 or a purchase that you want to make now for the...
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me...
issues already with like your Jones, Otamendi, Ogbonna, etc., etc. So it's probably somebody like who, so you, let's say for the next 4, you'd be happy to play, let's say at least 3, or if not, if necessary, all 4 weeks.
I quite like Daniels for the next 4, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Bournemouth they've got Newcastle at home, then they've got another home game, is it? And then they've got a tricky one.
That's home to Spurs, though.
They got Newcastle home, Leicester away, Spurs home, and then West Brom.
West Brom. So they've got a lovely game week 31 fixture, and they've got a nice one this week. But I think those two in the middle.
Yeah, the two in between are decidedly iffy to me.
Yeah, Leicester will get some goals there, I think.
Is it Leicester away or Leicester at home?
Leicester away.
Oh, I think, that's that I can't see Leicester not scoring in that one.
No, can I? And to be fair, I don't care whether it's home or not. Spurs are going to put some goals past Brom.
Yeah,
sure.
they always do.
Wasn't it 0-0 there last year?
Oh,
It was.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'm sure it was 0-0 at the Vitality last year.
I don't think Harry Kane played that game.
And let's see, on the flip side, West Brom do have some pretty tasty fixtures. However, I think, let's have a look at Dawson.
They are West Brom, though. That's the thing.
I've been looking at West Brom's stats for the last 4. The goal threat from set pieces has completely gone.
Has it? I was going to ask this question. Is the Pulis attacking centre-back thing out the window?
Well, I wonder if it might come back, though, because Sturridge is injured again. If you're relying on Rondon for your goals, you're going to be struggling.
Yeah.
Your mouth, Jake.
Centre-back a threat. In the last 8 weeks or so, Dawson has got one and Garcia has got one. So
I'm sure Evans has got one recently as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evans wagon.
Evans wagon coming.
Evans taxi.
Evans taxi coming.
But then, so the flip side, West Brom have got Huddersfield at home, Watford away, and Leicester at home.
Again, I think I can still see Leicester scoring in that one.
So can I.
My idea, Chelsea, you and I talked about this the other day online, is we can't overlook the 3 fixtures between now and 31, especially when it comes to deep defenders. I'm still looking at Naughton. I'm still debating if it's Chilwell or Simpson, but I'm probably going to go Naughton in that spot. And then I'll either save a hit in 31 and only play 10, or I'll take a hit and bring Daniels in then for that fixture. So I just don't want to miss out on the 3 weeks before the blanks.
Yeah, I think there's a crucial thing, because the other thing to consider is most of the teams who play in 31 have absolutely terrible fixtures the week after. Like if you're planning to wildcard straight away, not a problem. But if you maybe wanted to wait for that second week, you're really struggling for 32.
I'm looking at that, and that worries me because I don't particularly want to play me wildcard in 32. I really don't. But I feel like I might have to.
It's only 1 week before.
Yeah.
Why don't
anyone else would play?
But you never know. In 1 week, does one of the key targets get crocked? Does that mean you would have reapportioned your budget all over the place? It's unlikely.
Yeah. You can do that with a hit or two anyway in like 34.
Suppose, yeah. Yeah, you're right, to be fair. And we do have a couple of free transfers on the way as well.
Yeah, the bigger issue for me with the 32 wildcard is the 33 fixtures. But I think this is maybe a discussion for closer in to the blanks. I don't feel like I want it too bogged down in this. Now we've got enough other stuff to sort of roll with. So,
the question in hand, if you were looking for, well, I suppose that taking a step from what you said, Swan, someone asked if you were going for a game week 31 non-blanker, who would you pick right now? Who would you pick off?
Dawson.
Yeah. Swan? Assuming you are more than...
Yeah, if you go for one that doesn't blanket 31, probably Daniels for me.
Okay. Okay, who are you with?
For me, I think Daniels. Yeah, I'm with Swan. But I'm very anti-West Brom. We already know this. It's probably best I avoid them.
Yeah.
West Brom are not good to me, FPL-wise.
Let me just pull up some stats on Daniels, because from what I read, Ake has been showing a lot more goals than...
The other thing for me is, while you're doing that stuff, I think Swan's definitely got an interesting point there that, say, for example, instead of buying Van Dijk, I could bring in, say, Mane into midfield and maybe take a punt on someone like Mawson, who's got a decent goal in that Swansea defence.
But Maguire's stats, again, are really good. I'm just having a look for defenders in general.
Yeah, Maguire's another one, but Maguire's nearly 6 million now, though. That's the thing for me. Maguire's expensive.
If you're picking any defender for the next 3, surely it will be a Spurs defender.
Yeah, but the problem is only Davies who's really explosive there, right, amongst those defenders.
The issue for me is the centre halves aren't worth the cash. Rose is fit as well. So Rose played the cup, so I would think Davies probably plays this week, but if, say, they're coming into a Champions League game, is Davies even going to play that? Is he going to save Davies for the Champions League and play Rose in the league game?
They have Juventus right after Huddersfield. So I don't see Davies playing, for example, that game.
So it's very feasible to me that Rose plays Huddersfield. So I don't think the Spurs defence is worth investment purely because I think the fullbacks are very allowed to get rotated and the centre-halves are expensive and offer very little in terms of bonus or goal threat.
Yeah,
can you guys see my screenshot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see.
I've sorted them out by attempts. The last 6 game weeks, attempts inside the box. So as you can see, like out of all the defenders that you see, like we are considering Maguire's up there.
Yeah.
In terms of 31 defenders, is only Van Dijk really, and you notice he's played a whole game less. So quite a few.
Yeah.
This is only 3 matches, and this is sorted by 6. So he's mad.
Yeah. If you do it to the last, can you take that down to the last 4 there, Zoe?
Yeah, sure. Oh, last 4, yeah.
Yeah, take it down to the last 4. Let's see what changes it makes.
I know that if you do by last 4, then Dawson hasn't had a single attempt on goal in the last 4. The 2 before that, he had 3.
Yeah.
So straight away, Van Dijk sort of shot right up there.
Yeah.
So, well, this is an interesting question for me because it comes back to where I come to make my moves in the sense of I want to get Firmino and I think it's too risky with the way my team is set up to go without him, given his form and his ownership.
And the fixtures.
If I was going to add a third Liverpool, do I add in Mane and take a Maguire or a Mawson? Or do I go for Van Dijk and say, go for a keeper midfielder? And that's where I'm sitting at the minute, but that's to come back to slightly later, because it's the next item on the agenda, actually. Mane against Van Dijk.
Mane's stats, we can have a look at that also later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying, I'll just show you in terms of Bournemouth. In terms of Daniels has not been having many attempts such on goal. Yeah, like we go in the last 4. Daniels has had 1 attempt that's from outside the box.
Yeah.
We go
And
to
Ake's a decent goal. And Ake, if I remember, is actually quite decent for the backs.
Yep, and he's got exactly very Babs friendly.
Yeah. And it isn't much a price difference. Ake is a decent shout actually, if you can afford him.
I actually think he's roughly the same price, maybe 0.1, 0.2 more.
I think Ake might be
Aki is
5. Daniels is
5-0.
I can't stretch to 5, to be honest. Well, I possibly can, but I don't think I am for a Bournemouth defender.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not sure I'd want to pay that much for a Bournemouth defender. I'd rather maybe take Lawson for that price.
with all our 31, aren't we all swamped with cash with our Shakiris, Walcott, and whatnot?
Straight comparison on the comparison tool between Aki and Daniels over the last 6 weeks. Daniels has beaten him comfortably, 56 to 44%, 7 key stats over 3.
But the thing is that the key here is now, will they continue playing the back 3 or not? If they do keep the back 3, then I would say maybe Daniels could be the better shot, but I really don't know about that. I think the back 3, he has definitely a lot more threat as a wing back.
Yeah. So that's most of the things covered.
Yeah. I mean, you asked the question. I haven't answered yet, and I'm in a quandary. I was swinging towards Dawson, but I'm having my head turned by Daniels looking at these stats.
But we've been there with Daniels before, though, and he's a bit of he's one of those guys. The threat and the idea always seems to be better than the actual practice.
Because he used to take penalties, I think we still have those glory days in our head.
Yeah, he was on penalties at one point.
To be honest, I think I'm going to stick with Dawson. Anyway, we'll have that conversation about my team later.
Yeah.
Let me just quick shout while we're discussing defenders. Would you guys play somebody like Ogbonna this week, or take a hit for somebody like I can do, for example, Mbemba to Dawson, or play Ogbonna? What would you guys suggest?
I'm not sure I'd want to play Ogbonna in any game
I
anymore.
wouldn't want Ogbonna anywhere near my team this week.
Yeah,
No.
I won't read.
Certainly not against Liverpool. He could get negative points.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
My point is I might need it, especially if Otamendi gets rotated also.
Yeah.
Didn't Otamendi miss out in the Champions League, though?
Yeah,
Otamendi
exactly.
didn't.
Play all 3 of these games because he was rested in the Champions League.
So I can see. Did he play against Wigan?
No, he did not.
So I don't think Otamendi will get rotated now. I think he's pretty secure for the next 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they don't need him for the Champions League for my money either.
That's a good shout. I'm just having a look at just in terms of defense here in the last 6 game weeks, in terms of expected goals conceded. Bournemouth and West Brom are pretty much about the same.
Yeah. I'm not liking those Everton stats as a Pickford owner.
No. I'm just having a look. Let's compare the home matches. Here we see West Brom are a bit tighter at home than Bournemouth are.
But I think that's misreacted. Bournemouth, especially at home, they like to go on the attack.
Precisely.
Do West Brom have home games? I can't remember.
Yeah, they have 2 home games. They have home games to Huddersfield, which I think is the most attractive fixture.
Yeah.
But that's the
Well, that's why I'm thinking Dawson this week, because he's got a really good fixture this week. Although, to be honest, Daniels at home to Newcastle is a nice fixture.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as nice, though, comparatively, if you compare. Obviously, Huddersfield, I would say Newcastle are in better shape than Huddersfield. That's just how I read it.
Yeah. But then potentially Bournemouth in better shape than West Brom. I mean, West Brom have conceded 3 goals in the last 3 matches.
Well, I just wanted this out the last 4
Stamford Bridge and the Etihad. So,
can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah.
I've sorted out my expected goals in the last 4 away matches, so we can compare Huddersfield and Newcastle a bit. You can see Newcastle is they're in 5th.
Huddersfield the worst.
Huddersfield are worst.
Expected goals. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
That was just the point I was making.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm swinging towards Dawson for my my pick this week.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that as well. If for a hit, I'm going to be on -8 this week. My first -8 of the season.
Well.
But I'm shipping injured players, so might just like take the 0 or ship them out, and the hit should repay off in 31 anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. I think we beat that one, but I'm sure this will come up when we talk about blanks shortly again. But JK, what's next on the agenda, mate?
Well, I think the next one I listed was about Alonso, Otamendi or Jones, but I'm looking at maybe we'll probably end up delving a bit more into that within people's teams. So I might just shift along and we'll look at best budget midfielder, again, with a mind towards the blank game week. So for me, it's probably Bournemouth or Palace, but let's see what the general consensus is.
So what do we call them? Budget 6 million and below?
No, I'm thinking 5 million below, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking like you're literally your rate attack, your 5th mid, essentially.
Well, you look at 31 or the run up to 31 too.
We want it's got to be said. We need them, assuming we need them to play in 31.
Million Ibe, isn't it, for me?
Yeah, or MacArthur, really.
Maybe, yeah. Will Hughes, probably an outside bet.
Ibe surely has so much more potential than anyone else in that range.
Well, yeah, it depends on how confident you are that Milivojevic can keep getting penalties.
Yeah,
he will.
He's getting one every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I probably for me, just that's potential wise, has a decent run up to 31 as well.
Yeah.
But it's going to be difficult.
I mean, the question for me is, do we think Stanislas is the potential there to be in that bracket?
Well, Stanislas is nearly 6 million, isn't he?
He's out of the budget this year, right? He's
5'9", so he's outside of the 5'0".
Okay, yeah. So I think that's definitely 4th mid potential rather than 5th mid.
Yeah. But I actually think Stanislas is a fantastic pick.
Because I looked at Stanislas yesterday, and he doesn't seem to get a lot of minutes.
But I think he's been coming back from injury, but that's one of the things. I think Howe is being very, very careful with him because he does seem to be quite injury prone.
Yeah, you're right, though. 28, 70, 58, and 64 in the last 4 matches. Not great. But as you say, he's been phased back from injury. But I've been getting hauled off fairly early.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's Stanislas and there's Fraser. And I wonder if we may be overlooking Fraser.
Let's have a look at him. He's getting a lot more minutes, Fraser, actually.
Because what he was doing, he was playing Fraser at right wing back.
Is he?
So that way he could play Ibe and Stanislas as part of the front three. So, but
probably with Wilson.
I don't know he'll play the back three anymore because they lost the last game when they played it.
Who? Reverse OOP.
Yeah.
Without looking, guys, who is West Brom's top scoring midfielder?
Gareth Barry.
Morrison.
Correct. That is the state of affairs. That Gareth Barry is West Brom's top scoring midfielder.
That is why I never even bothered bringing them into it because I just would not touch the West Brom midfield. And I just wouldn't touch West Brom.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. If Is Chadley back before 31?
I'm
No,
sure Parker said he was a bit away yet, but I'll just check what FPL status has him as.
There's unknown return date, so that doesn't seem.
Yeah, big red. I know, because Chadley's a good pick when he's available. But,
yeah. Yeah, Barry's beating Phillips by 1 point.
Yeah. There we go. Matt Phillips. The blank game week, we don't have Matt Phillips. He'll score.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. Well, if you look at it this way, Dawson on 52 points is beating every single West Brom midfielder except Phillips and Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think very slim pickings at 5 million below. I think those are the picks.
Yeah.
Front runners are probably Ibe and Millie.
Yeah,
and
I think so too.
Do you want to take? He's probably the more exciting pick is Ibe, because he's likely to do something from open play. Millie might chip in with a pen if fortunate to get one. For me, I think thought process has to be. I mind you, we are wild carding. I was going to say that you need this player to be someone who you're happy to bench, because you don't want to buy someone who you can't really be benching as a fodder moving forward. But we are like to wild card them out pretty sharpish.
The only issue with Millie is you will have him as fifth mid next three, because Palace's next three are frankly horrific.
Horrible, yeah.
And if you get a pen, it's going to be sat on your bench.
Yeah.
I have Milivojevic, but I'm benching him completely for these next three. I mean, he's just there because he plays on 31.
And I'll tell you what, he'll probably end up winding you up during that period with a nice 8-pointer.
Quite possible. I mean, if you know the thing with Jesus is true, and I sell Kuhn for like Wilson next week, then I could play him actually, Milivojevic, and just see.
Fair enough. Yeah, slim pickings there. I don't think there's a lot to.
Yeah.
We should move on.
I mean, ultimately, so the next thing, we're on to basically team discussions now. So, Zof or Joss or someone who has screen share facilities, because the first one is mine. It's in the group. I posted my screenshot of mine up in the cons group anyway. So you can screen share that if you have it available.
I'll share mine now and we can discuss it at some point. I'm in no real rush.
We'll just get it into the list.
Should we do one of
Right. Zoff's screen should be visible to everyone now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, so whose team should I pull up first?
Okay.
Yeah, just keep going up.
Let's go chronologically.
Yeah, seems the best way.
First come, first served.
This is gonna take ages.
Yeah. Yeah, with all Yossi's pictures knocking about in there, clogging it up.
Whoa! You haven't seen one of my pictures yet.
Exactly. I haven't even got there yet.
Exactly. So it's clogging nothing up. Here we
go.
go.
We are there now.
Yeah. Now it's got 2 hours scrolling up for Justin's team.
Yeah, me there.
There's JK.
Yeah. Yeah, ditto. Yeah, so just slightly further up.
2 FT.
First, yeah, this one.
There you go.
So I've just been putting up the transfers page. So if I was, basically I want to lose Sanchez and Kana and bring in Firmino and a midfielder of some description and probably a defender as well.
All right, so you want to bring Firmino in for Quaynor, presumably?
Yeah. Yeah, and Sanchez out will pay for it essentially.
So how much have you got to spend on Sanchez and whatever else?
Well, it depends on which defender I lose, in all honesty.
Maybe you've got some options that you want us to pick from? Or?
Yeah, so assuming Firmino's in, Well, yeah. So if I took Ogbonna out and put Mawson in as an example, I've got 7.2.
Oh,
Sorry, no.
why don't you? Can you do Van Dijk, Firmino? If you do those two, then how much money does that leave you?
Who out for Van Dijk?
Let's say Ogbonna.
Ogbonna leaves me 6.7
For
in the
midfielder, right?
Sanchez spot.
You can do Ibe then there.
Ibe, and who would you bench? Would you bench Ibe or would you bench Shaqiri?
This week,
I've been security.
Shaqiri, yeah.
Shaqiri, but
I mean,
for Sterling.
he could play, yeah. But do we think that's the best way to go forward? Bringing Van Dijk for Ogbonna? I'm a bit concerned about Kenny. That's my only issue.
Yeah, but that's a wait and see, right?
Sorry?
You can afford to wait on that. Coleman might get injured again.
Yeah, no, Coleman's out, but my issue is, will he just switch with Baines fit? Will he just switch Martina across?
He could, but my point is, you don't know yet. So that's probably something to leave close.
You're probably better to hold him. Ogbonna is a dead weight, isn't he?
Yeah, Ogbonna is dead weight in this team. Yeah.
Doubling up on Ogbonna and Adrian. Honest to God.
What was it? Yeah, I mean, I'm now stuck with Pickford and Kenny, so you know. And anyway, Coleman's in my team anyway, so what do I care? So you think Ogbonna, Sanchez, and Kana for Van Dijk, Ibe, and Firmino?
I would get Delafeu over Ibe.
Delafeu? I don't know. I'm not sold on Delafeu as an FPL. He wasn't a great FPL option in Everton.
Well, to be honest, I think he's not a bad pick for the next couple. But my problem is, we want him because he's got to get a game week 31 fixture. But I don't. I mean, Everton at home is an average fixture. West Brom at home, okay, but then Arsenal and Liverpool away. No, nothing. I don't
know if he's consistent enough to be a good FPL
asset. Yeah, especially when I combine Richarlison for 0.1 more or Decore for 5.4. Because Richarlison is the model of. Yeah, I did call him Miss Arlison, to be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, does it make a difference if you lose Alonso or Otamendi instead of Ogbonna? Can you afford somebody better all of a sudden?
I mean,
those guys are going to play. Right now, he has Ogbonna.
I mean, I am minded towards losing Otamendi, but I feel like Otamendi got more value to me than Ogbonna does.
I agree.
That's true.
Even though Otamendi has terrible fixtures.
If you lose Otamendi, you've got Jones out, you've got Kenny potentially out, and you've got Ogbonna, who you really don't want to be playing at Anfield.
Yeah, I just feel like if I'm going to lose a defender, it has to be Kenny or Ogbonna.
Yeah, because you're too threadbare. You've got no backup.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually, yeah.
Which is a shame. You probably could get more joy with Otamendi. Or you roll the dice. Nah, I don't think you can. Because Ogbonna could get negative points.
Yeah, and especially if I've got Salah and Firmino. Like,
yeah.
It feels like I'm hedging way too much because I'm like, okay, I can't get one clean sheet if Ogbonna somehow pulls something out of the bag, but then I've got two guys, one of whom is likely to be my captain, who's blanking.
Yeah.
So I think, ultimately it then comes down to whether I get who I go in for 6.7.
$4.7, did you say?
6.7.
Oh, sorry. 6.7. You know what?
Anyone's good in that way.
Stanislas?
Yes, I think Stanislas is an option.
Because he's an actual pick. I think Ibe's a bit of a filler.
Yeah.
Stanislas could genuinely deliver some goals.
I do. I really think Stanislas. I had Stanislas twice last season, and he was really good to own.
Yeah.
He's just really injury prone.
He's been really good since he came back from injury as well.
Yeah, and he's a massive differential.
Oh, shit. What's up? What's up?
I mean, 0.5% ownership as well for Stanislas, so that's a massive differential.
Yeah.
Whoa! Don't taking it into the Matrix.
Inception.
Right.
Inception.
The quiet part of the Comcast is over. Hi, Prof. How are you?
Oh, so I'll let you guys know. Did you guys just finish Jøssycast? If
No,
yeah,
Jøssycast
can we start
hasn't
with
started yet.
I have things to do if it's Jøssycast still, so like I'll be back. Just
We
ping me
haven't got to
when it's done.
Jøssycast yet.
We haven't even got to Jossie's team yet.
Oh my god, that is the wrong fucking time I came in. Oh, I got called into a meeting. I'm sorry, boys. Like I just.
Right. I'm actually thinking I might go for Stanislas and stick Shaqiri on my bench.
I would do that. I like that.
I mean, the guy's got 2 goals, 2 assists in his last 4.
He's got a great attacking threat.
And we think one of him or Wilson's likely to be on pens. So by getting them both, I've almost guaranteed myself Bournemouth pen taker.
Yes.
What are you guys even talking about right now?
Okay.
Basically, just filling my Sanchez spot.
Okay, and you're looking at what to ship, right?
Well, I'm going out Ogbonna, Sanchez, and Kana. Firmino and Van Dijk are coming in. Okay. So it's then just about filling that spot. And I'm going to go for Stanislas.
He's the best pick in that price bracket for me.
Well, he's 6 million, but I think he's worth the investment. And he's only 0.5% ownership. So it's a little...
The thing with Stanislas that always irks me, you will need him in 31 anyway.
Yeah.
And there's a pretty decent chance that he will fuck himself up by 31.
Yeah, he's a bloody injury-prone git.
Yeah, so there's a pretty big chance he will fuck himself up. So that's why I'm reluctant.
Take a hit, but I'm maybe prepared to risk the fact that he gets me some points before then or doesn't get injured.
But the thing is, also keep in mind, you're benching effectively for Stanislas that can get subbed or injured. I mean, Shaqiri is the same thing. That he can get injured randomly. But I wouldn't be creating myself a benching headache. Like, I wouldn't. I would rather be looking at maybe getting Ibe that can just sit there for 4.89. That would be my opinion, even though he can get early subs. That's what I would do. Stanislas is not on pens anymore. It's Wilson.
The only reason I'd argue with that is normally that's the case, but we're only really prepping here now for the next 4 weeks. And probably
so maybe you get
players going into 31. Stanislas is a better option than Ibe, I think. Maybe, or is he?
No, I think he is.
I think he is as well. I think he is as well as an option by itself if you're looking at isolation.
I mean, if I look realistically with Shaqiri, Leicester away, Southampton away, yeah, he's probably playable. City at home, potentially benchable. And then 31, he's playing anyway. And then I may well get rid. So I think Stanislas might be worth the risk because I think the potential is higher there. It's high risk. It's a high risk, high reward strategy, which is how I've always preferred to play these things. So yeah, okay. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you're happy with that.
I'm happy with that, and I've got 0.7 leeway as well. So that at least leaves me a bit of cash still to play with.
Cool.
So on with the Jøssycast.
Yeah, let me fire it up on my screen. It doesn't look. Here we go. Sharing up window. That bad boy. Hey. That's better.
So this is the real team, your Dubai Reds team?
This is the Dubai Reds. So my main team. So I've cut down Jøssycast today. Look, Prof's even gone off. Don't know run it. I've cut down.
Well, I can see a big Chamberlain-shaped hole in your midfield there. That's the first problem.
What, sorry?
I can see there's a big Oxlade-Chamberlain-sized hole in your midfield.
So, right, let's cut to the chase.
Chamberlain to Chadley, sorted.
Chamberlain has to go because if he doesn't, I can't bring Bobby in. Bobby, I'm fairly confident. The options I had were I bring Bobby in here. I have the Uber strike force.
Yeah, that's not going to work without you losing Alonso, really.
Well, exactly. No, and that's what we have to do. We lose Alonso.
Did you guys finish? Oh, fuck, it's still Joss's team. I'll go back. I'll go out again.
And then we put someone like Ibe in. Boom. So that's one option.
Except you can't do it because Chamberlain is still there.
Yeah, but
there we go.
Great to Ibe.
There we go.
So that's
Okay.
one option. I blow 8 points, but I'm losing Wilson, who's probably a great pick. Buffett can always log off and come back. The other alternative is I'd cut my losses with Aguero now. Now with the Jesus news, I'm feeling more comfortable now about Aguero being the way to go.
Yeah, I think Wilson. I mean, Pep said that there's a chance he's available for Sunday. So
yeah, so I'm not going to captain Aguero anyway. So now I don't need to lose Alonso anymore. Chamberlain's still got to go. So where I'm at the moment is Mahrez, and then a downgrade off Mendy to I could go Dawson or Daniels or whatever. I could actually. I only thought about it today.
I mean, why do you need to get rid of Otamendi?
Exactly. I don't think you need to,
Unless you want Mahrez, you just go for somebody else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's the point. So I could go for an Ibe. It's not inspiring me. And I'm thinking,
You can't buy Everton.
go on.
I was going to say Walcott, but I forgot you can't buy Everton.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. You can't buy everything. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the Dubai Reds team.
Roth is a little behind. Yeah.
So, look, I'm mindful of what we've been saying recently, that we've got 3 games coming up, and we shouldn't be throwing all our eggs into just worrying about game week 31 now, when we've got 3 game weeks where we've been punished by this before. Mahrez, Eriksen, pair of them could score a hatful in those kind fixtures they've got. So part of me thinks I'd like to run and get a bit of that. So I'm liking the look of getting Mahrez in and potentially downgrading. Either to bring in another double game weeker, because very blank game weeker. So what's that leave me? That leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 3 more free transfers to go. And to be honest,
Charged by the FA.
sorry, mate.
Guardiola has just been charged by the FA.
For what?
Probably his behavior, I'm guessing, after the Wigan game. I'm just opening it up now.
So it's probably just be a fine.
So if you're interrupting the Jøssycast here, do you mind?
Come on, Zaf. Priorities, my man. Priorities.
No, so joking aside, how does everyone feel about the extra hit for a Mahrez or an? I would say Eriksen, but I don't want to triple up with Son, to be honest. I'd rather just take a punt if Son plays.
I mean,
I think
the
some
problem is.
I mean, I think some plays. So
Look at them fixtures: Stoke at home, Bournemouth at home.
I can see temptation here.
And the cup replay midweek, you have to keep in mind they have the cup replay, so he's probably going to keep Son for that.
Oh, he's Son. You're talking about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the one thing I'm thinking here is that if Son doesn't play, for example, I've got Shaqiri on the bench. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, little replacement, because that's where I'll be, because I'll probably play Jones anyway. If he doesn't turn up, Shaqiri's going to come off my bench.
My question mark with this plan is, would you, and I heard some negativity about it, would you, this fella in instead because, again, focusing on the next three and not worrying about the blank for now. Davies potentially.
What about Maguire, who's the same price? Or Mawson?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, maybe
Maguire or Mawson could do well.
Because again, let's have a look. Yeah, I mean,
it depends on how focused you are on that blank game week, and it goes back to that point that Swan's making. Would you rather have, say, 3 weeks of Maguire or 4 weeks of Dawson?
I think I'd rather have 3 weeks of Maguire.
There's 3 weeks of Maguire easily, my opinion.
Because the other side of it is, I've got 3 transfers to like add some of the. I mean, I could roll it next week. And
because you've got, say, Dunk, who's very losable for, say, for a cheap option. You've got Son, who you could probably lose for a cheap option for another option. And you've potentially got Adriano Pope you could ditch. So
I could get Daniels in for 4-7 because that's all I'll have left for Dunk. So I could get Daniels in there.
But if you got rid of, say, Son.
Oh yeah, if you got rid of Son, yeah,
if you got, say, Son out for someone like Stanislas, that gives you a couple of million to roll with.
Right now, don't have to worry about budget. Because I'm also mindful that with this team particularly, I'm not allowed to have Walcott. I'm not allowed to have any Everton defender. So the pool of players I've got is even smaller than the FPL. So I don't need to be as panicky about loading up, because loading up in this team means even more dross.
Yeah, because you're gonna end up with Watford defenders or Bauer or worse, Staphylides.
I think going big on Leicester for the next couple might be. I was thinking Davies, but you know what? Harry Maguire might be a really good shout.
He's usually good value for a goal.
Look,
like 2 goals, 4 assists is not a. The only problem is look who he scored against.
Man U.
Yeah, if you look at his other goal. Oh, that was Brighton. But if you look, he got an assist against Arsenal. He got an assist against Liverpool.
Yeah.
An assist against Stoke.
So he's one of those. He's unpredictable with his returns.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and that's the one thing. I mean, Davies, he's a risk.
He is a risk.
He's a massive risk. His output, his output's not that much better than Maguire's.
It's a couple of extra assists, really.
Yeah, recently.
The thing for me is, I do worry if you could bring up Davies' fixtures while you're there.
Yeah.
So my worry is that between Huddersfield and Bournemouth is the Juventus home leg.
Yeah.
And can the rest of us leave so JK and Jossie can have their own cast? Can like the rest of us piss off and just like we can come back in like 20 minutes, like when you guys are done, like discussing Jossie's team. I mean,
sorry, mate.
I'm not. Anything too quiet.
The whole point of this, I want to get your opinion. So I'm going to stop talking. What do you guys think? Other than JK, with the greatest
respect. Of course, and as well, if you get Davies, there is a probably maybe 1% chance that he plays in 31.
1% chance.
They got to lose to Rochdale. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But he does play in 31. You're right.
There might be Rose again. So, like, Davies is not the sort of player, even if he has a game in 31, you'd ideally take a chance on.
Yeah, I don't like the Davies pick, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, I picked Davies in my proper team because there's a lot more depth in my defence. With Goldson in there, I don't think it's wise.
No. Yeah, I agree.
What are you saying, Swan?
No, agree. The depth you have in this team is, if anything, bottom of the barrel. So bring in a punt that could get rotated, and not have it get fixed in 31, way too risky.
Agreed.
I don't know, Ruth. So for the team 7, what I would be looking at is possibly getting Davis. But no, in all honesty, I wouldn't be looking at that. I think McGuire would be a better bet. Those two.
Do you like the punt on Mahrez for the next few?
Honestly, I would rather Vardy. And I'm looking at my team right now, and Mahrez doesn't haul this season. Like, he doesn't have double-digit hauls. He takes over. He just takes over. And you have 3 games of him taking over, same as Vardy, for example. They just take over. It's not like you'll see huge hauls, right? And that's the
the top punt is with us.
Oh my God, that's really time to leave.
He called home to Huddersfield.
I understand. No, I understand that, but I'm just saying he has a tendency. For example, I'm talking about who's home to Huddersfield. That's West Brom. What?
In all fairness, is this a point? Let me pose this one to you. He has got 3 double-figure hauls this year. One was against Brighton, one was against Huddersfield, and one was against Swansea. So is he the kind of player who delivers against the weaker opposition?
That's three teams out of 26 games he's played, or 23 games he's played, whatever. So he played every single team already once, and he has 3 double-digit hauls for a 3-week punt.
I'll be honest, okay, but I'm also looking back at his reading back at his scores: 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 7, 6, 8. If he gets one of them for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be happy.
Obviously, but I'm just saying, if you're happy with the 6, the 7, the 6, the 7, if he gets anything, for example, I'm looking at Vardy right now since I think he will be the best person, and he is in form. And the fixtures actually, they look on paper amazing. They look amazing on paper, but still just get unlucky.
He's the epitome of ticking over. He hasn't got a goal since game week 1.
Yes, agreed. And that I'm not convinced that I would like to take a hit for a goal a game at most, And that's the same with Mahrez. It's a goal a game at most.
Okay, 2 point.
Yep. If I want to bring a single game weaker, I would go for Eriksen.
Yes.
Like a single game weaker, like ignore the blank, whatever. I'd rather go for Eriksen.
Alongside Son.
You could, you'd have to go for someone other than Maguire.
Really, that you have Son. Son is the bonus, like if he plays or not. Eriksen is the one more likely to play.
Yeah.
You can get
You
can get Dawson, right? Those would be my suggestions.
Sorry, what would be your suggestions, Doff?
Dawson and Eriksen.
Who or Eriksen? Sorry, there was noise in the background.
Yeah, sorry, there was some noise at my end.
Dawson and Eriksen.
Dawson and Eriksen, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I still need to debate this. Look, looking at this, even Eriksen is only at 1 double-figure haul since game week 8. So none of them are massively hauling. Get 8 or 9 out of them in a couple of the next games. I reckon that's going to outscore what I would get me. Because that's the alternative. The alternative is I don't even bother touching Otamendi.
Yeah. I like that even more.
Do you?
You could join me on the Stanislas wagon.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You could join me on the Stanislas wagon.
Could. I'm doubled up then with Wilson to the this week. I'm no closer, and I don't think we're going to get there today. All right. I think I'm just going to park it and stew on it some more. I don't want to. I can't dominate anymore. Okay.
Right. So next team.
Right. My team is done. Next.
Johnny Orphan wants us to have a look at the Concast, at the actual Cons team.
Okay.
But does anyone actually have it available?
I can log into it.
Yeah, someone can log in and screen share it.
Bang.
So I know we've got 2 frees. How much have we got in the bank?
Okay, transfers.
So 1 million.
Can we do IU to Wilson, maybe? A good time as any to get Wilson in, I think.
Yeah, the one thing I'd say is that Swansea got some lovely fixtures.
Yeah, I think I'd like to keep IU till 31 and then sell him.
He's got some lovely fixtures.
Fair enough.
Could we look at losing Dunk, maybe?
Yeah. I tell you what,
Dunk or me.
Team.
Yeah. I'd maybe look at Dunk or me out.
But again, look at these fixtures.
Well, but we can do me to VVD.
Yeah.
Oh, can we?
I was just going to say, I think
we can.
31er and then too now.
Oh, that's
I think that could be a decent move. Me out to Van Dijk.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you got exact cash. If he's 5-7.
No, we've got 0.1 spare, I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
One spare.
That team looks. Christ, we're all terrible players.
We'll put that onto the group and see what the suggestion is.
Yeah.
But I think I like that idea.
Yep.
I do.
Do we need to maybe sort the goalkeeper situation out?
Well, Pope's
I think we're all right for this week. I think Pope stays this week.
I'd rather stay this week. Yeah, you can look to sort it down the road.
I mean, that 0.1 would do Adrian to Foster if we fancied for game week.
Again, I think it's one of those. If we banked a transfer, we've got 2 to roll over. At some point, we can downgrade Son, and that gives us the money to sort Duncan, Adrian, or Pope.
Yeah, we'll roll the 2.
Do we have all the chips for this team? Like, do we have free hit and TC and everything else?
Let's have a quick look. We have my team. Everything is available.
We have everything. Where were we ranked? Like, we're 730th. This team could seriously beat the top 100 easily.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honest to God, what have we done with this team?
It's just crazy when you look at our game week history. We were like
We've done nothing with this
10
team.
weeks. Yeah, we're like 10 weeks without touching it.
Look at the game week history. I think there were like 8 or 9 weeks in a row we did nothing.
This is what being a dullard does for you.
Yeah, if you look, game week 6 to 12, we literally didn't touch it.
Nothing. Then
Look at the game week history. You can see how many transfers were made.
Yeah, that was it. It was pretty much 6 to 12. That's when we just left it for a bit. Let's have a look at the game week history from 6 to 12.
Look at all those zeros.
So we were 1 millionth going into it.
We came out.
And we came out like only 100,000.
Who did we have as former captain during that phase?
And then look,
I bet you was.
Yeah, can you just click on one of those game weeks and see who our captain was? Just click on like game week 11.
It has to be solid.
Any game week, who was our captain? Kane.
Kane, oh, okay.
Wow. Because I'm thinking if we did pay a captain Salah, that would have made sense, but we didn't.
But if there were a couple of weeks, were there any weeks in that Kane missed?
Well, let's have a look. Yeah, Kane missed and Lukaku got a 5.
Yeah, but then we're looking at
Kane got a 32 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Kane got a 2.
Kane only missed 1 week. That game to United.
Came with a 13.
Yeah.
And came with a 13. So we thought Kane's like purple pack, I suppose. And there's an argument to say if we were managing the team, would we have pulled it off Kane at some point? Or maybe not after the 2 hat-tricks, we wouldn't have. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, without him aware of the team, probably would.
So there we go. I'm going to post that to the group.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
And then I'm going to stop casting this.
We move on to whoever the next team is.
Yeah, well, it's not really a team. It's more of a simple dilemma from Pirlo's pen. It's Mane and Wilson versus Firmino and Stanislas. He thinks it's a quandary.
Firmino
personally don't.
of the week. I think it's a no-brainer. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
it's Firmino.
Yeah. He can do so much damage. I mean, he's, 51% owned? I mean, he's...
No, it's not that high. It's about 40%.
Yeah.
You think? Well...
Yeah, it's about. I had a look before. It's about 41%.
But yeah, from active players, that's going to be high. And everyone's going to... More people piling in for the next few weeks. So yeah, he's going to have... From active players, almost everyone's going to own him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you have a route to Firmino, I think it's too risky not to get him in. Yeah, 40.3% is his ownership.
Fair enough.
Easy peasy. Yeah, 40% of people.
So, right, that's a pretty easy limit. Next on the list, Zoth, have you still got the Jøssycast group open? Next on the list is the top comp.
Come on, agenda guy, do your job.
Yeah, I can't screen share. I'm just telling you whose team is next.
By the way, the top comp is on the cusp. He just doesn't have a microphone.
Yeah, he's just listening in. He can't he can't join us. He's just listening.
The best possible way to communicate with Bo, like silence.
So one of you can screen share the dilemma he's put up on the Jøssycast group.
So his dilemma is to be a smug or a prick. So let's see which way he goes. I'm leaning towards a smug prick.
Well, actually, he said he's already done the moves. He just wants our opinion. So he's got rid of Moting and Kana for MacArthur and Firmino for a -4.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, dead weight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, so that's what he has done.
That is fine.
Yeah.
I hope McCarty does not play now if I don't get him. in 31, because he was cheering for Mina's rise.
The question was, can we please pat Bo on the back for making a nice transfer?
Who said that?
Me. Can we please pat me on the back for a nice transfer that I've made?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well done, Bo.
Well done. Well done. Well done. As they would say, neat.
Yeah, you gotta get it properly. Neat. More high pitch.
I mean, I'm at work, dude. I can't fucking scream.
No, passing ruffians.
Who are you calling a passing ruffian?
Anyone who would shout knee at will to an old lady.
Yeah, like a shrubbery designer.
Yeah, a maker designer of shrub. I am Robin the Shrubber.
Robin the Shrubber.
Okay, next team, Phil Dagger.
It's
Phil
fine. Just pick kids. Just pick kids. Whatever has the most hits, just fucking go with most hits.
Yeah. Has he left us options? He hasn't left us options this week, actually.
Oh wow! Like, let's see what's up.
If someone can screen share that through.
I got it up. Put me up on the main screen.
So he's got nothing in the bank on 1-3. What the fuck is that font about?
How has he changed the font on his phone?
What the fuck is that? What the hell's going on with that?
This is weird as well.
It's the most.
I'd bank that.
Yeah, it's the most un-Phil Dagger thing ever.
Yeah, I'd bank. I mean, there's no need to lose Chippo with this team right now.
Or, but you realize there's no Kane.
Yeah, but he hasn't got any money in the
Wasn't
bank.
Prof suggesting a -12 was wise?
Well, just whatever. This is Phil Dagger. He says whatever needs to be hit, he'll hit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should bring in Kane. I think
Aguero to Kane and then Hazard to somebody. I don't know how much that leaves.
somebody. I would.
He needs to get Kane, doesn't he?
Yeah. Good. Could we lose Aguero for Kane by like Cupo to Ibe or Hazard out?
Yeah, I think Chupo to Mikata or even something like that.
Yeah, I could do that.
You can also look at Cook. He's also 4.3.
He's just posted he's open to selling Sterling, him to Walcott and Kun to Kane.
What about Hazard to Walcott?
No, he doesn't want to sell Hazard.
No.
Yeah, he's trying to save Hazard if he can.
It isn't bad, that, to be honest. And it's a hit, so everyone's happy.
Yeah, everyone's actually.
Hey.
Not everyone.
I have an idea.
I don't know. I'm not happy to sell Sterling just yet.
Yeah, me neither.
I kind of am, but
And plus, I don't think.
I
But
think.
Phil says he's open to it. I suppose it depends what value you've got tied up in him. I mean, for me, I think it's a lot.
I think it's quite simple here. So what I would do is Jones to Francis and Aguero to Kun. The Kane.
Francis.
Aguero to Kun. Fuck me. Aguero to Kane.
Francis, he's been TFF. Don't go near Francis.
You have to. Like anything. The thing is with Jones, if you can get value out for him to get Kane for Kun, that's what I would be looking at to do.
Yeah, because it needs to be Kane.
So,
I mean, he could do Cupo to Ibe to fund that as well.
Yeah.
assuming he sells Kuhn for what? 11.7, 11.8. Kane's 12. That leaves him like he needs to get 1.1 or 1.2 million out of somebody. So if you sell Jones,
It's got to be Sterling or Jones then, really. Yeah.
sell Jones to a Dawson or Daniel's probably too.
That doesn't make you 1 million. Phil Jones, you're going to be selling for like 5.5 mil, probably.
Oh, if he got him early, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Even if you
you have to be a Francis.
Can't get Dawson. He needs more money than that because Kane is like 13.
He'd have to get TFF.
I told you, listen to me. Do the TFF dance. Do the TFF dance.
He does get more mentions now on the group than anyone else. He's overtaken Bo.
The thing is, it's only Bo who talks about Bo. So, yeah. The most talked about person is not yourself.
When he can't talk back.
Speaking of TFF, I think he's next, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Nothing in the bank almost.
Alonso to Van Dijk.
0.1.
No. No. No.
Alonso to Van Dijk and then Otamendi to Robertson. if I don't buy any, so just get those two out of the way.
He could do both of them because he's got Firmino and Salah.
Sell Firmino. Sell Firmino, man.
Okay.
I mean, he needs to lose Dan, but
Yeah.
No, he's fine. Dan is fine. Really
Can he
great
do
pick.
Dan to Robertson, maybe? I don't know.
no, he's got nothing in the bank.
Not one. What's Dan anyway? I don't even know.
Like 4-4 something.
What about Calvert-Lewin to Nias? Because he might need a sub if Sterling doesn't play.
Dan's 4.6. So
Robertson's 4.9, isn't he?
is he? Robertson. Yeah, he's
I like
one.
Calvert-Lewin to Nias, but if anything, and bench Shaqiri maybe. What do you guys think? Calvert-Lewin to Nias?
Calvert-Lewin to Nias is not a bad shout.
I would
We're
do that.
missing a trick here. We're recommending TFF to make a transfer. We need to get him to ship out one of our defenders.
Yeah, but the problem is if we set him to sell Otamendi, he's going to buy one of our defenders.
No, he's not. We're going to
Well,
recommend him to buy someone that we don't own. So
So Otamendi to Gomez.
I mean, what he could do is just take a hit and sort that defense out.
Yeah, lose Alonso,
Exactly.
lose Otamendi.
I agree with. Yeah. That's
Alonso, Otamendi for Van Dijk and Robertson, so he can help me out if I don't buy them.
Yes.
So
you can't have both. He's already got.
Well, like something
So
like
Firmino.
we do Otamendi and Dan to Maguire and Van Dijk.
No, isn't Jossie might be buying Maguire.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah.
He's already suffered from Francis. Don't make him suffer from Maguire as well. Has anyone got Bauer?
I do.
Still did this.
Ah, damn it. Dan to Bauer otherwise.
I mean, I'm benching him till 31 probably. So
How about Shawcross?
4-8.
Shawcross. Fucking hell.
I was. The problem is, here's the real kicker. Evans is 4-9.
yeah.
Now that I'd love to put the curse of TFF up against Johnny Evans, see who wins.
None of us are doing Higazi, right? So Dan to Higazi could work, or is he?
He hasn't got enough. He has nothing in the bank.
Yeah, but Dan's 4.6 and Higazi's 4.7. He's got 0.1 in the bank.
I was in for one. Higazi, yeah, he could do Higazi.
But does he break the entire defense or does he break only that particular player?
Well, if they concede, automatically he fucks up the whole defense.
Yeah.
He has to like get sent off, but that could still be detrimental to the ability to keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with breaking a defender is it's likely to break his teammates as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Like if he buys Robertson, that breaks everybody.
But keep in mind, he doesn't only break defenders, he also breaks midfielders with a point that they lose for a clean sheet.
That's
So-
also
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of things.
That's
So-
it. 2 points
I think he
from
could
Salah.
do Alonso to Mariappa.
Is TFF going to get a sensible response?
Yeah.
No.
I
thought he was.
think he should bank or do maybe Calvert-Lewin to Nias.
Yeah, I actually do think the Calvert. In all seriousness, the Calvert-Lewin to Nias move does seem pretty
In
sensible.
all
That's
seriousness,
what I would do. Yeah. DCL to Nias is the best move, yes.
Because Sterling might not play, Son might not play. He needs another 8th attacker.
all right.
Could we put up my team for a second? Do we
Yeah,
have any?
Yeah.
I mean we've got others, but we can do to yours. It's fine.
Thank you. This is where I am, right? Can you guys see that?
Yeah. I can see.
Yeah.
it.
This is where I am right now with 0 free transfers and 0 in the bank. I'm open to doing Aguero to Firmino, so then I can probably then do Mbemba to pretty much anyone.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like that idea. Who would you get in from Denver though?
Awesome,
Right.
but otherwise, pretty much, I'm playing like Ogbonna coming in for Jones. Do we think Ogbonna could nick a set piece goal?
No.
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 Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah,
so-
I like that idea. Yeah, I think I'd go with that.
Like he's dead weight. And then
Yeah.
never to drive your team again.
FFS RMT projection doesn't hold much weight, but whatever for the next 4 fixtures in terms of defense. Davies and Vertonghen are up there because it assumes they're going to play game week 31. But otherwise, it's Van Dijk, Higazi, Dawson, Daniels.
I'd prefer Dawson to Higazi, I think.
Me too. Because you could probably maybe even get an assist as a fullback. You don't see Higazi getting an assist.
No.
or go the whole hog and go all in on Evans.
No. So something like Aguero to Firmino. These are all for hits. But I think they'd repay if not this week, over the next 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus coming back is going to impact Aguero, whatever you look at it. And Ogbonna and Bemba's dead weight. Ogbonna is dead weight.
So I could literally get anyone over here, but I don't see like really anybody from the premium teams worth like spending money on. Vertonghen or someone doesn't really appeal to me that much.
I mean, straight away there, you already straight up to 9 for 31.
Yep.
I like that.
And how much have you got in the bank with that?
1.6.
So you've got enough to lose Ogbonna for somebody further down the line.
Yeah.
Yep. Someone like Daniels is maybe what I was. And what I was thinking of game week 30, 31, Huddersfield have a good pair of fixtures. Probably get Schindler on a Pritchard, because I don't really want Richarlison for 31. Even though he plays, Liverpool is pretty pointless.
Only thing I would consider, Zoff, is that, like I talked earlier, think about Maguire in that spot instead of Dawson, just because of the next 3 and what you could gain versus.
And then bring Maguire in for Ogbonna. But
then do a hit on or just play with 10 in 31.
Yeah, bring Dawson in closer down the line.
Yeah, bring Dawson in for like 31. Or even, maybe as 30, I think.
The problem if I bring in Dawson, he has a pretty average fixture next week. Who would I play again? If Jones is out, I have Van Dijk, Otamendi. And I'll be stuck again.
Daniels, who has a nice fixture this weekend.
Excuse me, who?
I mean, Daniels has a nice fixture this weekend.
Right, but I want someone with a decent fixture the next week as well, because then I don't really want to make a transfer next week. I want to roll it.
I mean, Bournemouth at home isn't too bad, for Maguire, but.
Yeah, I like Maguire's fixtures. In fact, I get your point in that since Maguire fits the bill more than Dawson does.
Yeah, and you can say you can always bring Dawson or Daniels in for Ogbonna in 31.
Something to think about for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go Dawson because I'm just gonna go towards 31.
Or Mawson is as another option. Swansea have got decent fixtures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's about -8.
Phil Dagger would be ashamed of you.
End of the Matrix again.
All right, that's me then. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you?
Swan,
Yeah.
you're next.
Who's next?
Swan.
Oh.
No, THM's ahead of me, isn't he? What does it matter?
It doesn't matter. You're here. Let's.
Yeah. Let me share. I can share for you.
I have it right here. This is your team, isn't it?
What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the screen. I can show you from here. Hold on.
I've got it shared here.
Oh, you do. I'm sorry. Very well. Okay. I'm bringing in Firmino for sure. So it's now 5.0 to replace Alonso. The Sterling news, I thought twice about maybe keeping Alonso and doing Sterling to Stanislas, but I think I'm just going to keep him up for now. Just lose Alonso. I'm on Norton right now as the Alonso replacement.
Yeah, it's a pity you can't afford Mawson.
Yeah, well, I could have until 9:15 last night when the FPL,
I would get Dawson over Morrison.
manipulated the transfer. You get Dawson here too?
Yeah.
I just don't. I guess what you're saying with Norton, the problem is he isn't. The reason I like Norton is he's got nice fixtures and he got attacking threat. Norton basically is a 6-pointer or a 2-pointer.
I think he has some threat, but to be honest, if I was going to get any of them, or the cheaper ones, I like Fernandez more. I think Fernandez, he gets in the box. Not as got as much threat as Mawson, but he chips in the goals.
Yeah, and he's BP friendly also.
Yeah, he actually is. I didn't look at him before that, but he does. He has two bonus to go, 2 bonus to go.
He's not very attacking, but he is.
No, because Norton Hall the other day.
Why are you Firmino in for?
Firmino and what? I'm sorry.
Who are you selling to buy Firmino?
Oh, Quainer.
Okay, yeah. So.
Yeah, I thought about that as well, but it's like I don't know if I want to lose Aguero now when Quain is a bigger issue.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. I would go with Dawson or Fernandez, I think, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at Fernandez a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
Right. We have THM's team. Oh, we have Boss Barkley.
Yeah, THM.
This is Boss Barkley's. I just have it open, so we just do.
Well, it's here. We may as well look at it.
He says he's considering Sterling to Ericsson or Mane and Jones to either Bauer or Robertson.
Can you zoom a little?
Yeah, can we bring that in anymore?
I don't know. Wait, let me try. I can. Yep.
I don't know about double Liverpool.
I think Loftus-Cheek's a bigger issue here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
I'd be inclined to do Loftus-Cheek for MacArthur or Millie, one of those three.
Yeah.
He has 1 free or 2 free?
I'm guessing 1. I don't know for sure.
He didn't say, did he?
He didn't say.
He has 0, in fact.
So he's done something already. All right. Then maybe losing Loftus-Cheek for someone you're not going to play this week isn't worth the hit. So
no. Yeah, if he's already made his transfers, I wouldn't do anything.
yeah, Sterling doesn't play.
I guess maybe, if anything, maybe in defense, because he's playing one of Ogbonna or Kenny this week. I don't think either of them.
Yeah.
They could both be 0.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to get rid of Ogbonna over. Mind you, he's not nothing tied up in Jones if he's only just.
Yeah, true.
But then with the money he's got in the bank, he could easily go for a Dawson, go for a Daniels, go for a Fernandez with a few $100,000 on top of Ogbonna. I don't think he probably needs to bin Jones for any money. I'd lose Ogbonna, to be honest, probably, because he's just...
Yeah, I'd probably lose Ogbonna, yeah. And even go for Maguire or a Mawson.
Yeah, he could do. You
guys really don't like Ogbonna.
Have we got a proper Maguire wagon going now?
I do love Harry Maguire as an FPL pick.
I do. He looks so attacking when you watch it. He passes the eye test. Flying colours.
I mean, he's nailed on for me come wildcard time for the doubles. Absolutely nailed on. Right, so I guess we were looking at that. Ogbonna out and let him pick his defender.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. So we've got a couple more teams. We've got THM.
What's THM got?
Trig, whichever one you get to first, love.
He's also on, by the way. ATHM. He just doesn't have a...
Yeah, hey THM. He is here. He just doesn't have a headset. He is listening.
Is off you there?
This is still Boss Barkley, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's off screen.
It looks like Zoff disappeared for a bit, so...
Going to get high. Howley.
So, Swan, do you want to... Someone else have the Comcast group available to screen share it?
So, we are looking for...
Well, either Trig or THM, whichever one you get to first.
Immediately after Boss Barkley, I got Swan. Oh, we've already done
that. But we've done Swan.
TFF. There's Trig.
Sorry, I'm back.
There's Zoff.
Now, mate, you've lost us.
So, can I open anybody else's, or are we done?
I'm about to
looking at Trig.
When you say done, you mean like an hour after this for Josh's second team. There's like intermission right now.
My first team and second team are done.
Yeah. Sorry,
You offer
Ruth.
no insight, to be fair. I'm still like gonna have to pick my own team. So, here we go.
So I've got 2 free transfers, 0.7 in the bank, and I think I put a couple of options, maybe Aguero to Firmino and Staphylides to Van Dijk. Or I could try and jam Firmino in for Quana by losing Alonso and Sterling for Van Dijk and I.
Right, I don't like that last one.
No, I don't.
There's too many hits to lose good players for me.
Yeah, just ask Bo about taking hits to sell Alonso.
Well, yeah, so what I could do then is just Aguero and Staphylides to Firmino and Van Dijk for free.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, you're still left with Kana, but it's not the end of the world. How much have you got left after that?
Quite a bit, actually. Let me just look. So if I do Staphylides and Aguero to Firmino and Van Dijk, find Liverpool. I've put in Van Dijk and Firmino, then I've got left in the bank. I've got quite a bit left. I could even do. Yeah, I've got 2.1 in the bank.
So you've got enough. So you've got the money that you could lose Kana. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, yeah. I could even this week for a hit do.
Queen to Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ben Sakiri.
Would that be -4 or -8?
-4. And then
Bad.
and then my next few transfers, I'm thinking probably I'd do Son to Walcott at some point, I think. And I mean, I'm not looking too bad for the blank. Once you've got your 3 Liverpool,
Yeah.
Shaqiri, a couple of Bournemouth, I'd probably do Dunk to Daniels in 31 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're prof.
do that then.
The thing is, what I'll be looking at, Trick, is I'll be looking at to lose Jones, honestly. Firstly, can you put back the team up? Can you pull it back up?
It's still there on Yossi's. If you click on Yossi's screen, it'll should.
Yeah, give me a
The
second.
only thing is, once I sell Aguero, I've got so much money that I don't need to sell Jones.
Understand. So, if you're looking to shifting Aguero, then I would definitely sort out the disease that you have.
Yeah.
The STI.
He is a disease I cannot get rid of. Yeah.
Actually, you can actually get an STD from Staphylides. STD.
This is what psychotic nymphos do to you. They give you Staphylides.
Yeah. So if you get Kun out and STD out, you should be good to go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean,
does he play Staphylides?
But honestly,
no,
the thing is, honestly, Trig, I would keep Staphylides just in case he shows up in 31.
Well, yeah, that's true. He might.
Yeah, if he just randomly shows up for a point, it's fine, because you'll be wildcarding relatively soon, and you can do Kun and Jones to Van Dijk and Firmino and be set. And then, if you want to take a hit, you can ship Quaner out for someone. But I think you should be fine with those two.
True. Yeah, it's just that fear of losing Aguero, but I don't think it shouldn't be too bad because one, he's got tough fixtures. He could get injured on Sunday. You never know. And Jesus is back. And let's be honest, City have won the league. Aguero will be played in the Champions League.
And actually, Aguero's away form is nothing like his home form.
No,
true.
not even close. He's good for maybe one goal away from home, if that. Like Watford aside, he doesn't tend to do very much away from home, and Watford were just terrible that day. Like, absolutely awful.
Yeah, I like Aguero and Staphylidis to. What were we saying? Keep Staphylidis.
Yeah, I mean, how much have you got? How long have you had Jones? How much have you got tied up in him?
Yeah, I've had him as long as you've had him.
See, I'd be reluctant to lose him because I think, like me, you're gonna want him back. If you don't want him back, sell him. But if you're gonna want him back, come the doubles, I would not lose him.
Yeah.
It's a waste of value.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll lose Aguero for Bobby, and then I guess I'm getting VVD in for somebody, and then maybe even tomorrow I can decide.
I mean, it's up to you. If you're happy with that defence for this week, you could just get rid of Kana this week and move to VVD later.
I'll just do
a kind of poeticness to getting rid of one STD in Staphylidis and replacing him at VD. Or VVD.
You're coming down.
Who's that?
Sorry, it's from me.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you're right. What I could do is just do Aguero to Firmino and leave that defence, but then I think Liverpool will keep a clean sheet this weekend. So
yeah, and Van Dijk. Honestly, I obviously watch us every week. He is going to get a goal at some point.
Yeah,
he's always in the box. He rises higher than everyone. He's bigger. He's stronger. He hasn't got them on target yet, but or he hasn't got one in the net. But there's a goal coming from him. I'm sure of it. At some point, could be this week. Get him in.
Keep in mind that Jones can drop tonight and will most likely drop. Also.
True. He's flagged.
Yeah.
So
have a look whether or not
89.
drop hurt you. Have a look whether the drop hurt you or whether.
Yeah. I'll have a look. Well, I think I've decided I'll sell Aguero, and then it's up to me to decide if I'm selling Jones or STD.
Yeah, Aguero out, and let's just hope it doesn't burn us.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, because I'm doing the same, mate. So,
thank you,
By the way,
guys.
Taylor changed Jones just in case anyone hadn't
Really,
noticed.
that's sure you want to be in the same boat as Jossie is. So, in general.
Do you have a Bournemouth Cherries team we should take a look at, Trig, or something?
We have THM's team left.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm getting it up as we speak. I will share my screen again. This. It's that to everyone. And we'll zoom in. Right, there we go, gentlemen.
Right, has he left any instructions with it? Let me have a look.
He wants to do Aguero to Firmino.
Yeah, he's got 1-3 and nothing in the bank.
1-3, nothing in the bank.
He doesn't want to hit. He does want to hit. What's his
he could roll, but
he's essentially he's saying, should he do Kunta Firmino? Should he save a transfer or should he make a defensive move? Right. Great, guys, I've got to shoot, so enjoy the rest of the cast.
It is like Robertson and Dawson are going nowhere.
See you later, JK.
I wouldn't recommend he sells Alonso either.
Yeah, I like Aguero to Firmino.
You like? What's that?
Aguero to Firmino, I think that's the question he had, right? If you zoom out the
Is that
question.
the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, I like the move. As a straight swap, I like it.
Yeah. I mean, the news on Coleman, can he make it a starter, get points? So the bench isn't too bad. I think Aguero to Firmino is probably good.
Then he's got a lot of cash in the bank to sort of Quaynar or whatever else next week.
Yeah.
I'd do it. Aguero's going to burn us something rotten, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, the damage won't be as bad because he won't be captain. I'm willing to risk it.
True.
Yeah. I'm not captaining him the next 3 weeks, so. But I'll hold him if I can to see how it shakes out, with the cup final on Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we talk about my team again?
What's up?
So, let's see. Have we got anything else on the agenda?
Probably pull my team up. I want to see what you guys think.
Okay. Bear with me.
Are you using this week to prep for the semifinal next week, Prof?
Yeah. It's only Jacks. So. See, everybody that I knocked out hates me. Jossie. Those lot.
You've had to knock all the big boys out. I'll give you that. Fair play.
Yeah, and then I knocked you out as well.
Right. Okay, what do we think? Kiko Firmino, what the hell is he doing stinking on the team?
He's back. He's back.
He's back.
What do we think?
I have 2 frees.
Fixtures. Fixtures.
How much money do you have, Prof?
0.7.
Okay for the week. Your keeper's not.
I'd look to get a keeper. Yeah, Foster.
Do you have any? Let's have a look what you've got. You've got
0.7.
0.7 and
You can afford carriers.
how many FT?
2, yeah.
Got Prof?
2.
2. Oh, okay. Yeah, with 2 transfers, I probably would make a keeper swap. Adrian's not going to get anything against us, I wouldn't have thought. That's good.
What?
So, most of you would be looking at getting a keeper in.
What about Carriers?
You're not going to play Lingard, are you?
What's
Lingard
that?
might not play. Sterling might not play.
Sorry?
Yeah, Lingard could go.
Can you do Lingard to like a, low mid, 5-0 or less, Quaynar to Firmino, and then sell Alonso? Is that possible, or is it still on?
Got
Oh,
0.7.
yes, it was until last night. Now it's fucking not possible. It's not fucking possible now. It was till last night. Yeah.
Price changes strike again.
Yeah.
You showed us a -8 before. How would you feel about that?
I don't mind, but I was looking at Alonso, Otamendi, Lingard, and Quaner to Van Dijk, Francis, Ibe, and Firmino.
That is quite nice, to be fair.
They're good moves.
Yeah, they could work out. Think about that.
The thing is, I wouldn't be playing Francis or Ibe. They'll both be benched.
Okay. See,
So
for me,
basically,
potentially, I don't know if you're not. You could lose Aguero for Firmino because you're going to end up with the Aguero, Kane, Firmino strike force that I was looking at, but that kills your structure. And that's what put me off in the end. I just thought it's so much money up front, and I'm not going to captain Aguero.
the thing is, I can do it from -8, and my structure is actually pretty decent. with, 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, whatever I choose, 3-4-3, and I will be well set for 31, which isn't a big thing anyway, with Francis and fucking Ibe. So, and I'm losing Otamendi and Alonso.
I know. But I mean, to be honest, they've got shocking fixtures. It's the Alonso I'd be nervous about losing. Otamendi, I'm okay with now because I've sold him.
I'm okay with both, honestly. I think even that we can keep a clean sheet, it will be against. It could be 2 clean sheets for us, and then Stoke rotation. I don't know. It's just basically I have literally no idea what to do now that my plan was fucked by price rises.
What was the original plan? Is there a way you can downgrade somebody, 0.1 to somebody else?
Alonso, Lingard, and Quaner to Robertson, MacArthur, and Firmino, -4.
So MacArthur or Robertson, what are their prices comparatively?
You can't. It's very tough. You can't get a Liverpool defender anymore. He has to go for like Gomez.
And the point being, Robertson is a must-have of that deal because it's about getting the Liverpool defender in, isn't it? So it's the only area to look at.
Game week 31 players there. Those were good moves.
Yeah.
So it will have to be for like a shitty Francis.
To get, and there isn't, is there?
Yeah, you'd have to lose Robertson to a 4-7 or below.
Or you take an extra hit, which is what he's come up with.
Yeah, I like your extra hit better, actually, the -8.
I do, to be honest. I think that -8 will probably pay itself back in the next 4 weeks.
Zoff, how about you and Trig?
Yeah.
I
mean,
I can't hear you, Zoff.
What sort of budget are we talking about now? If you have to do those free transfers instead of Robertson, how much money do you have? 4.8 or 4.7?
I can't get Robertson. I need 4.7.
I know. How much can you? 4.7. Okay.
Yeah, 4.7. It's 0.1.
What about Hegazi?
Actually, that leaves me without a Liverpool defender. I can ship.
You can get one later on.
I can do then Otamendi to Van Dijk next week.
Exactly.
That works.
That actually does work.
Shocker. Zofar comes with this.
First time for everything, my man. First time for everything. Hegazi is 20% owned.
20.
Mostly so.
Yeah, and I have to get MacArthur and Firmino. And I would play Hegazi over Otamendi.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
So you would, if you did your other -8 with Francis, you would play me over Francis then?
No, I'm playing me regardless.
Yeah.
He'll be benching Francis and playing Otamendi.
And me's got nice.
Benching. No, when? It's between those two. Then, like, I would probably play Otamendi.
Yeah, to be honest, I like that, Prof. That's probably what I would.
When you say that, what do you mean?
The -8 before with Francis coming in and Ibe and Firmino and Van Dijk.
Yeah, that's nice. It's 4 really good transfers, to be honest, and I think it'll definitely pay you back in the next few weeks.
Yeah, but also my main issue is that the 2 guys that I'm bringing in will be benched.
Yeah, but Sterling might miss out, and then you get a nice, Francis home to Newcastle if that happens. So
yeah, I mean,
who are the 2 you're going to bench, Prof?
Francis and Ibe.
Oh, okay.
I'll be playing Dunk, me, and I will be playing Van Dijk.
But it's a good week to have an 8th attacker because of this Sterling problem.
Yeah. And Lingard might. Lingard's going in.
Lingard's going anyway.
But Sterling might not play, yeah, as you say.
I mean, I could take a huge hit, and effectively, I'm losing my lead in the fucking mini league with that hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that's screwing with my head in Dubai Reds, that I'm taking an -8 hit when I've actually lost my lead, and I'm handing away another 8 points to the opposition.
So the consensus from you guys would be the -8 or the one with -4 that Zoff recommended with Hegazi, and then get a Liverpool defender next week, possibly.
Isn't that a negative? We have 2 free transfers?
Yeah, I have 2.
So I'll do that, or maybe Firmino out, Aguero to Firmino if that floats your boat. If you don't want to, you can even get a decent team out without taking a hit. But I think your defense honestly is fine. You do Aguero to Firmino, you can do Lingard to somebody better.
I can do it to Mane.
You could.
Yeah, could.
But he could now. He could.
That's not a bad job.
Then you're pricing yourself. You can't get a Liverpool defender then if you do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd want a Liverpool defender rather than the triple.
Because Mane, we haven't really seen him go on a consistent run yet.
And for the money as well, 9+, so he's about 9. I think 9.3. There's better value there. Well, look, if he's going to start scoring a goal every other game and braces and what have you, then no. But he's a big investment until I'm confident with him, and I'm speaking as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, the thing is, I can go without hits and get Kun and Lingard out for, I don't know, any pick up to 9.4 in the mid. Actually, 9.4, I can probably even do. I can do even actually way more. Sorry, if I can do Firmino, Kun, 9.3 actually.
That's exactly Mane's price.
Yeah, what's up? Okay. 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mane or an Ericsson or a Mahrez, I guess.
He's not interested in Mahrez. I think he's mentioned that already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I think the -4 with Hegazi, if anything, if you're pretty keen on keeping Aguero.
I think so. I prefer the -4 if you can get VVD next week. It's a minimal hit. You're getting Bobby in, getting Ivan Benjamin. I think that's probably the way to go.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice compromise, I think, definitely.
I wouldn't be averse to the -8, but as you say, taking a -8 and putting 2 of them on the bench, that's frustrating.
Yep. It's just a release value.
Yeah.
And then next week I can do Otamendi to VVD, I guess. And that should be it for my next week.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool. Thank you, boys.
No worries, mate.
Problem. Anything else, guys? Agenda guy's gone off, so I think we're left with ourselves.
I think that's it. Only other thing in there.
Mate, it's been a good long stint. How long have we been on for?
Almost 2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh yeah, one more thing, Jossie.
Yes, mate.
I'll be in Dubai next Monday. So
Good man.
one of those days we can grab a drink and then shoot nudes and send it over to Zoff.
Absolutely, that's got to be done. So Zoff's messaged me personally and asked me to make sure that we do get nudes.
Nice. Yeah, consider it, guy.
Yeah. Yeah, mate. Looking forward to it. So you're over from Monday till when?
Till Monday to Monday, I think. Monday to Tuesday, Monday to Monday. Yeah, a week.
Cool. All right. We'll have to find. It's going to have to be something midweek then, isn't it? Probably.
Whatever. You have your work and all that shit, so we can figure out on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, mate.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what's up?
Anyway, so we'll have to go through captains. Ask your boyfriend when he can let you go. So
I will.
Yeah.
All right, lads. Right, I think we should. On that note, on the subject of nudes and my boyfriend, we will call it a night. So good night from me.
Good night from me.
Good
Good
night.
night from me.
Captains, everybody's Salak, so we don't have to go through that. So I'll see you boys.
Scientist Prime will do.
Guys.
The rest of us will
Good night,
do.
lads. See you soon.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, boys.